Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It don't happen finally. Arsenal have gotten their man Viktor Gyokeres. Now today is the only day that I will ever wish Arsenal congratulations. I don't want to wish you congratulations again after today, at least because you have been, Arsenal went for a hunt, and then for a very long time they have been in the bush. Everybody will enter inside the bush don't come on with at least a very good meat, but Arsenal, for very long the player has been running away from the net, from the hole. Sporting has been keeping the player, but today they got their man. So I don't want to hear anything after today. Now I've said it before and I will say it now. It is not only player that win you trophy or whatsoever. It's not only players. The mentality, the ideology of the club helps the player that you buy to perform well. Now this season we go know that Arsenal are the real chief of armed forces when it comes to bottling it. Area command general in bottling association of the world of Premier League. Now Arsenal. Why they talk like this? Because now no, this is not a banter video. Don't I'm not bantering them. Like, I'm just setting the record straight, because now it has been like, oh, we don't get striker, we don't get this. Of course we know that you need striker. We know that one, very sure. But only a striker doesn't win you what you're supposed to win. There has to be other players working hand in hand. Of course, Arsenal are doing very fine. A player like Gyokeres will give them, get them closer to the title. So now I feel say now we're in competition. That's what I'm trying to say. So the competition officially don't start. I don't want to hear noise. If he get injury, you go hear am. If he no score, if he misplace pass, I don't want to hear story. You now don't get una man. Or is there any other player that you would have loved to have gotten? No. That's the thing. That's the truth of the matter. You have been getting player that doesn't even matter before. Now, Gyokeres is a striker that makes the difference. Make Arsenal not dey sleep. We don't dey wake them. Now finally they are awake, they are out of their slumber. Gyokeres is that player that you need as a top 9. Not using Merino for God's sake. Not coming to ask Chelsea to come and buy Havertz, and tomorrow you are going to complain. Chelsea keep sending us bad. They tell you say ask Chelsea buy Havertz for 9. They tell you the purpose of Chelsea buying Havertz. It was not even Frank Lampard that bought Havertz. It's not to play top 9. We had deficiencies in the number 9 position. We decided to use Kai Havertz, and then straightforward Arsenal went ahead and buy him, and they start complaining tomorrow. Havertz is not good, he's not 9. Arteta keep using him as top 9. Was he supposed to be top 9 even in Chelsea? Was he? He wasn't supposed to be top 9. Now you have gotten your man. Long story cut short, we don't want to hear any complaint again. This season is. The Premier League is open. It's tug of war now. Anybody will like now to carry on. But I don't want to hear complain, this and that. See, what you are known for is bottling it. That is the truth. But now you have gotten a man that makes a difference. Let's see if the mentality of the team or the club is enough to carry Premier League, because 10 years, more than 10 years now, Arsenal has not carried Premier League. So now you've got your man. And congratulations to Viktor Gyokeres. He got his wish, because Manchester United entered the deal twice, and it was the player that keeps saying no, I don't want. And then I think what happened is that intervention of Manchester United in the deal twice woke Arsenal from the slumber, because what they tabled was 55 million. Let me know what you think. Let me know if we're on the same page. What they table was 55 million, and then Sporting was holding on to like 70-75. Now, because Arsenal now discovered that Manchester United have been going to talk to the player and they have been trying to make the deal, they can up the deal, of course. It's just the player that is the problem for Man United. So I think that one woke Arsenal from the slumber. No, see, if you don't go, Sporting will not leave this player. He's on that deal with them for 3 years. Now the truth is, with the player be ready to forfeit 3 years because he doesn't want to show up, because the money the money that Arsenal has gone with is not enough. Now at the end of the day, this bargaining is going to favor Manchester United, because they have Ruben Amorim, who can convince the player It's still a better project, of course. Even in the death of Manchester United is still better than Arsenal. It's the truth. They can be doing woefully and then they will still get something. 2 seasons cannot go, or 2-3 seasons, no, even 2 seasons cannot go when you shall hold on to something. That's how Ten Hag was able to keep the job for so long. So that's the truth. Let me read from Fabrizio Romano. He said, Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal, here we go. A verbal agreement has been reached with Sporting, accepting the 63.5 million euro fee plus 10 million in add-ons. Now, let's straightforward. Let me just read again from Ben Jacobs. If you've been following my video, you know that I've been talking about Ben Jacobs, reading from Ben Jacobs. He's also a very good sport analyst, sport media. Now, Ben Jacobs said Viktor Gyokeres will sign a 5-year deal contract at Arsenal subject to formalities, 63.5 million plus 10 million package, with the fees fee reduced from 70 million after Gyokeres' agent waived a 10% commission payable by Sporting. Everybody have waived one thing or the other in order to help Arsenal get this man. The player has reduced his own fee. Now the money that the agent are supposed to even get from the club has also been reduced. They also removed it so that Arsenal can get this player, because he wants to go and get a Champions League. We'll see, we'll find out. Now payment terms and 2.5 million euro in bonuses needed finalizing after the fee was agreed. Gyokeres decided to wait for Arsenal despite interest from both Europe and Saudi Arabia. Manchester United never bid or had a plan to, despite being offered the chance by Sporting to try and hijack the deal. Now, my brother here is not agreeing that Manchester United bid, of course, but there were movements in the market. So now that is that for Gyokeres. I feel like it's going to be a very good addition, to be frank and sincere. I feel like it's going to be a good addition for Arsenal, only if Arsenal knows how to use him. Now, he's a player that you are expecting to score like this 20 Premier League goals. Anything less than this, I am not accepting it, because the record of those goal scoring abilities was the reason why you have gone for the player. So I don't want your leg pain now, headache, worry him. That is why he's not scoring. Be patient. He's just adapting to the Premier League. As a matter of fact, he has been to the Premier League and he was not successful. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to be successful, but I look forward to a time of the year that he will not be successful. I look forward to it. But today, Arsenal, congratulations. You have my congratulations. Now you have gotten a very sound player. Now that is that. These are the type of player that I wish Chelsea, will have gotten. But I'm satisfied with what we have. That's the truth. I'm satisfied with what we have. And then I wish him the best of luck in Arsenal. And then I wish Arsenal as a whole not doing well this season. I don't wish them well, but I wish the player well. I don't know if that is going to be, achievable for you to wish a player well and not to wish your club well, because no is too much. Now, there's also been movement for Chelsea concerning Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons has been, now the player negotiation is no longer the problem. They got the super agent currently, Ali Barat, who has been helping with the negotiation for most of our players, to enter the deal. And then now the deal has progressed from player to club negotiation to club. Now, according to Ben Jacobs, Chelsea proceeding with Xavi Simons talk this week with a deal possible for 70 million or under. Leipzig paid 50 million fixed, but not all the 30 million add-ons has been paid, allowing for a cheaper package. That means they have not paid. I think there are some add-ons that they are supposed to have paid to PSG, which they have not triggered. Probably it has not happened. So PSG retained a sell-on. PSG has a sell-on clause on this deal. Now, Arsenal keen on Simons, but Chelsea first make club-to-club contact. I have said it before, should get size. You get player where we go for. Arsenal stop going for those players. In fact, if it's not clear before that we have one club World Cup, should make it clearer and simple enough for you. There is no player that will point to now that will not want to come to Chelsea. Xavi Simons is not it's not an exception. Every other player in Europe wants to come to Chelsea. So that is it. You have gotten Gyokeres. Yes, enjoy it, celebrate it, hug the player, do everything you can do. Forget about Xavi Simons. So that is our own player. don't move muscle anywhere. Now, what do I think about Xavi Simons? The only problem I have with Xavi Simons is the position where he's going to play. He plays like a typical 10, and he also plays on the wing. Now, where does he want to play? At the position where Enzo Fernandez is currently, I'm not sure that the Chelsea hierarchy or the club or the manager can keep him on the bench. Enzo is not the player you keep on the bench. He can't play Caicedo's position. You understand? And now, is he going to be rated over Lavia? These are players that are already doing well, that if you keep on the bench, it will stop their development. Now, I know we have so many competitions for every player to have played very well. But until I saw a news of Dewsbury Hall leaving Chelsea today, I now have some rest of mind. Because where is he going to be playing? That is one of the challenge I have, because our current starting 11 don't need benching, except if there's a pattern of a strategy that Enzo Maresca wants to start using that we don't know. So I don't want anything that will bring stop and halt to any of these players' performance. Let me know what you think. If you think alternatively, or if you think in another direction, maybe there's a way you think we can use Xavi Simons, or there's something that the management are working towards that we don't understand. But that is my own. That number one position where I am in that case is the position is going to play, and the second thing is price tag. Now, it is clearly stated now from Ben Jacob that the price tag is less than 70 million. I for one pray that it should be less than 60 million. For that price tag for Xavi Simons, I think it's decent. But something way less than 70 million, I'm okay for it. But the problem I'm having is the position. I don't want any of our current players to suffer. I don't want it. And this is a point where I start getting scared about the number of players we get. Because this is where we're coming from, and we don't want to have a repetition of this same scenario where you have so many players who could not play. So that's my worry about Xavi Simons. Now, is it going to happen? Me and you know that even in our sleep, Chelsea will announce him. Is here we go. For me, is here we go. You understand? It's just a matter of time. The player is keen. The club wants to buy him, and of course, I know Enzo Maresca must have, also given his approval for the players to be gotten. So that's that for me for Xavi Simons. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to be a very good addition that we cannot miss? Because for me, I feel like it's not necessary. Now, but is Xavi Simons that kind of player that you want to get in your club? Yes. But as long as the price tag is kept decent, as long as none of our current squad players are going to suffer, no problem. But for Dewsbury Hall, West Ham are currently monitoring Dewsbury Hall for a loan move. So if that can possibly happen and he performs well, I'm sure West Ham want to buy him. But of course, this man is not complaining. He's a very good squad player. He doesn't complain, and anytime Dewsbury Hall enter this match, it's given opportunity to play. He's always delivering his best. At least decent. He's been decent for Chelsea. So that's it for Xavi Simons. I hope that before weekend the deal gets settled. Nkunku's price tag has been lowered from about 60 to about 40 something million. So I feel like he has been also getting some approaches from Europe. I don't want this video to be so long, so I'm talking about some of the deals that I'm aware of. Now, for a player like Christopher Nkunku is supposed to be a player who is a top player for Chelsea, but for one reason or the other, he's not been performing at that top level. Of course, he shows us glimpses every now and then, and the club want to cash in on him. Of course, it's going to be a loss, but it's not going to be significant. So some reduced fee will get him out of the club, and then we can use the money to better use. So that's that for Xavi Simons. And then now there's been news concerning Trevoh Chalobah, which I am not happy about. Now, when you look at the way Chelsea has been as a club, we have so many players who are traditional Chelsea players from youth. From academy, they have been very good players for Chelsea, and then most of these players are nowhere to be found again. You see, the most important player we have currently that are academic player is Reece James, who is the captain of the club, and Trevoh Chalobah. But when you look at the recent events, we have treated this guy very badly. Very, very badly. In fact, he was humiliated at the point that he could not even train with the first team. going to train with under 21, has no club. When others are playing, he was busy crying everywhere. You understand? But because the club want to force him to leave, they want to sell him, and he doesn't want to go. Now, can we blame him for not wanting to go? No, everybody have target. His dream, it is his dream to play for Chelsea. So you can't punish the player for that. And anytime he's called upon, he performs, he tries his best. Look at now, he was loaned to Crystal Palace and still came back to Chelsea and performed. Now, if you have to rate, let's be truthful. If you have to rate his performance in this club World Cup, let's forget his previous performance when he came to the club after his loan move from Crystal Palace. How do you rate him? Because the challenge is that the clubs keep rating him over Fofana that has not been playing. This is my problem. When you want to give a benefit of a doubt, just like I've said concerning Jackson, you don't trust a player who has not given anything to the club. You trust a player who doesn't even mind to breathe his last breath for the club. These are the players you vouch for. So it's constantly being rated below Fofana that has always been injury prone. Let me read the news from Johnson Sports. They said Chelsea are open to offers for Trevor Chalobah. This is because Fofana is seen as ahead of him, and the player himself might decide his future is better serviced elsewhere. Me and you know that Trevor Chalobah would like to stay in Chelsea, even if he's to get benched. I know that player wants to stay. Now, please, let's stop treating him bad. There's not so much noise about that, but I don't like it when somebody gives his best and his all and it's not appreciated, especially an homegrown player. Just because he's a pure profit doesn't mean we should be chasing him out. We should be pursuing him anyhow. It's not overage. He's still within the same range of players that are currently being looked at. So that's that for Trevor Chalobah. Let me know what you think. Do you think he should just take his leave? Do you think maybe every other club out there probably? Of course, there are big clubs who will want to sign Trevor Chalobah, but I feel like his mind is with Chelsea, and Chelsea should start respecting him because he gave us 10 over 10 performance for the club World Cup. Anytime he's at the back line, he's solid and he looks reliable more than ever. With age comes maturity, and then also his playing ability. He's improving and he's increasing. So why do we want to gamble that kind of person for somebody we already know? So that's my take on the news concerning Trevor Chalobah. Now, there was news about Chelsea going for Ajax player Jorrel Hato, and I've looked at Jorrel Hato. Is a reliable player, even at his age. He can play the left back, and the left back. That's Gyökeres wing. He can be a replacement for Gyökeres. He can be between them, and he can play central back position where Liverpool is playing currently. Now, but there has been news currently going. There was news initially that Chelsea were looking to sign the player, but the news quite cools down. Well, as of today, I have Ben Jacob talk about him, and then let me quickly read what he says. Chelsea still active on Jorrel Hato after opening fresh talk. No bids yet, but we want to watch. Chelsea hold fresh talk for Jorrel Hato, with Liverpool also interested. Ajax quoting 60 million, but suitors hoping for closer to 40 million. Hato does not have a release clause. He doesn't. So if you can negotiate very well with Ajax, they will be glad to sell the player. Now, does the player wants to come to Chelsea? The recent news has shown that the player has strong desire to come to Chelsea. So I prefer this deal goes through than that of Xavi Simons, because we cannot risk Cucurella alone playing in that wing. Let me know what you think concerning this Jorrel Hato deal. Let me know what you think. He can place the left back. He can play as a central defender. He's a very good player, so I feel like Chelsea should buy him. He's comfortable, his physical ability is undeniable, and his ball distribution is perfect. He's a vice captain of Ajax. I've looked up the player. Maybe you should also look up the player too, to know the kind of ability the player has. But I can tell you, he's a very solid player. And if there's if Chelsea are having issues bringing in established defenders, this is the player that you want to keep. This is the player that you want to get. So that's that. Now, concerning Chelsea outgoings, we have some news concerning this man right here, Sterling. He has gone everywhere that he could possibly have gone in the Premier League, and now he's hiding. Chelsea need to make sales. He's out of favor. He's out of Maresca's plan, so we need to cash in on him. And then now, for some time we have been looking, nobody is coming for him. But news has been coming today from Johnson Sport. It says an unannounced Champions League clubs are keen to sign Sterling. Chelsea will accept a deal of 20 million. He didn't mention it at first, but news later got out that it was Bayern Leverkusen has been coming for the player, and then 20 million will be a deal for the player. Please, Bayern Leverkusen, if we have to go on our nails for this deal to go through, please get this man. You are going to get the most experienced man currently in the Premier League. The most experienced man. Please let me know if you know any player who is more experienced than Raheem Sterling. He's an experienced man. Your squad has a young players and they need a leadership role like Sterling. The money is not much. Now give away tickets we they give. Now give away we they do. So now get this man. We are not holding on to anything. You are free. The man is a good player. He has 5 kids, about 4. He has 5 kids. He has not done much, but he has experience that you can use. So it's for you. Come for the player, and then you will enjoy him. Don't worry. You will enjoy him. So another person that has been also linked away is Moreira. You remember this player that we got from, was it Benfica, for free? Now some of the players that we got were not outright purchase. We only signed player to club deal. That means we arranged the wages. It was free and Chelsea got it. So let me read this news. Let me read from Fabrizio Romano, then read from BJ. Understand, RC Strasbourg don't want to sell Diego Moreira this summer. And only way would be a bid of over 30 million fee. Atalanta and Premier League clubs are interested, but Strasbourg won't sell for 20 million reported fee. They won't sell less than 30 million. Now this was a player that Chelsea got for free. For free, just like we got Renato Vega for about 40 million. This one was totally for free. And it's going now for 30 million. And the good thing is that important clubs like Atalanta and some Premier League clubs have been coming for a signature. This is a beautiful business. This is how to do business. Maybe Arsenal should come for tutorial. Maybe Manchester United should come for lecture. This is how you do business. Now the player comes, could not fit into our starting 11. He was loaned to Strasbourg. Now bringing him back to Chelsea, maybe they see that okay, we have players whom we can't toy with, he should not come. They are selling him for pure profit, 30 million euro. That's a nice business from clearly capital. See, this is the point where I go to say, Ibrahimovic, thank you for selling Chelsea to clearly capital. The thoroughly embedded a valid leadership. Thanks for selling Chelsea to them, because this is just a beautiful way of making this club look healthy every time. The way they do their business, so beautiful. Now people start shouting when they started getting most of these players. Then people shouted, hey, this and that. Chelsea has spent $1 billion and everything. Now look at most of these players that we are getting. Don't worry, I'm going to show you a news that will scare you after this Moreira deal. So Moreira is not a player that can play for the Chelsea starting 11 currently. And this is pure profit for Chelsea. Pure profit. That's that from Moreira. And then lastly, let me talk about what Chelsea hierarchy have been doing. Now there's a news I got here. Chelsea could rake in up to 500 million this summer if everything falls into place. 500 million pounds. And this they are going to get by selling players, which they've already been doing. We have about 3 players that has already been sold this season alone. This season alone, we have about 3 players that has been sold. And then let me read from this breakdown. The names we have here is George Petrovic for sale, Noni Madueke for sale, already sold. They are already sold. Kepa Arrizabalaga, you can check this on the screen, I've already posted it. Kepa Arrizabalaga, you can see. Bashe Humphries, Raheem Sterling, Christopher Nkunku, Joao Felix, Renato Vega, Axel Disasi, Kani Chukwuemeka, Armando Broja, Alfie Gyokeres, Nicholas Jackson, Ben Chilwell, Leslie Ugochukwu can total close to or up to 500 million pounds. This is pure business. And they are not making, this is, when you look, calculate the amount that Chelsea are going to be making is significant. This is lovely. This is a beautiful way of doing business. There's no any other way that you can have it. So Chelsea are doing very, very well. I know Xavi Simons will come. Xavi Simons will come. I know he will come, and then Chelsea will find a way to use him. We have so many players who are going to be sold, and some have already gone. We have some couple of players that have gone, and then we have so many that could possibly go. So many will also go on loan. So this is a beautiful time. This is a very nice time to be a Chelsea fan. Let me have your reaction. This will be the end of the video. Kindly like and subscribe and switch on your notification bell. When we drop our subsequent video, you'll get notified. Have a very lovely day.